Between TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and YouTube, today's kids are born and raised on the internet, and that can be tricky and overwhelming for parents, especially when it comes to boundaries and privacy.
The new book, Growing Up in Public, Coming of Age in a Digital World, takes a different approach to navigating these issues, the idea of mentoring over monitoring. We talked to author Dr. Devorah Heitner, who joins us now to talk about it. Thanks for being with us.
I'm glad to be here.
So, go ahead, Larry.
No, I'm saying based on that title, I mean, does it have to be either or? Can it be both? Mentoring and monitoring?
Absolutely, and monitoring can be part of mentoring.
Yeah.
What I don't want to see parents do is monitor their kids' device using technology and think, okay, everything's mirrored to my phone, so I don't have to talk to my kids about tough topics like pornography, sexting, other things. I want them to have those important conversations. We don't want to catch our kids doing the wrong thing after the fact. We actually want to prepare them for some of the experiences they might have or the things they might run into. And mentoring is that proactive approach.
A lot of parents, the big question is, when do you get your kid a phone? When do you let them on social media? Is there a right age for that?
Once they're doing things more independently, or once you're sick of their friends and classmates blowing up your phone, trying to hang out with them, that might be a time to allow them some access. But we don't need to go from 0 to 100. We don't need to get them a smartphone with all the bells and whistles and give them 24/7 access. We can mentor them and do some training wheels, prep them, have them just do texting initially, not add social right away. Those are some ways to get kids ready to use a phone as opposed to just kind of throwing them in the deep end.
And then there's the issue, and this came up with television about, what are they watching on TV when in reality it was whatever you're watching a ton of it, and that gets in the way of other more beneficial things. I think we're seeing some of that now with phones. How do you fix that?
Well, absolutely. I mean, TV is a little bit more passive generally, it's a one-way thing. And at least with phones, kids are connecting with the friends. But I definitely want to see kids also leave the house or have the friends over and connect in person. Or if they're gaming with friends, we can encourage them even to have friends over to game. So a lot of the kids were home, a lot in the last few years because of the pandemic, and we really need to encourage them to practice and those face-to-face social skills with friends in person.
Well, yeah, because a lot of them, you say now, can't tell the difference between friends and followers.
Yeah, well, a follower is someone who just pressed a button, and a friend is someone who you really show up for and they really show up for you. And we don't want to get confused chasing the high number of followers, because one real friend and a real friendship is way more important than a zillion followers. Because you can never have enough followers. You have 700, someone else has 7,000. Then you get to 7,000 and you realize someone has 70,000. Right? Whereas a real friendship, obviously, is a gift that keeps on giving, and you show up for that person and you're there for them. And that's what we want our kids to understand, that a friend is much more valuable than a follower.
Clearly, anxiety is through the roof with kids of this generation. I assume that's because of the phone and the social media, and perhaps their inability to interact with people face to face. Is this accurate?
I think we need to be careful about jumping to that conclusion. Okay. I think phones can exacerbate anxiety, but it's also like, what are they seeing on their phone? Well, if they're seeing things about mass shootings on their phone, if they're seeing things about climate disasters on their phone, that could exacerbate their anxiety, but it's not the phone that's making them anxious. So when kids get texts from their friends, or they Snapchat with their friends, or play games with their friends, that's not necessarily driving up their anxiety. So I think we need to be careful about what's happening on the phone and be really observant about what's really causing our kids to feel so anxious.
And a big thing with parents you can do, besides making sure you're mentoring them, is don't share kids' pictures without permission. You say is a big cause of problem.
It's huge.
Yeah.
When I go into schools and I ask kids, has anyone ever shared pictures without your permission? They're all like, yeah, my mom, my dad, yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I think some parents out there are just exasperated with having to be the phone police. What do you tell them about?
One of the big things you can do is put our own phones away and have some unplugged time as a family. It's really hard to be sitting there like, get off your phone, but you're in your phone. And so if you can get your kid, have unplugged time, whether it's, Sunday brunch or, Friday night dinner, whatever works for your family. But I have a 14-year-old, and he will absolutely side-eye me if I'm like, you're on your phone too much, because it's like, hello, Mom. Right, so we have to really look at our own behavior and think about what's our, phone life balance. And if it's off, we need to make that commitment and let our kids know, hey, this has gotten a little out of hand for me as well. I'm committed to making this change, but we need to all be hanging out face to face some of the time.
Is that when you remind him who pays the mortgage?
And who pays the phone bill?
That's right.
Fair, but I still think we want to model the behavior we want to see in our kids, and it is hypocritical if we are, totally lost in our devices and we can't look up.
True. The book is Growing Up in Public, Coming Coming of Age in a Digital World. For more, you can check out DevorahHeitner.com or follow her on social media. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.